And we are live. One more round of the Players Championship, and we have an awesome leaderboard to get to. Going to tweet out this link. Come chat. Let's go. One more round. Come chat. Link tweeted, and bang, we're live. So yeah, one more round of the Players Championship. Gonna be probably the most fun sweat we've had of the season, truthfully. I mean, last week at Bay Hill looked like it was gonna be really fun, and then Scotland ran away with it. But here we are. We got a few guys within 4 shots, probably 3 guys with the chance to win. Xander 17 under, Wyndham 16 under, Brian Harmon 15 under. I wouldn't say I would count out that pack from 13 under and below or 12 under and below because that's Scotty Scheffler. Obviously, there's scores out there. Brian Harmon shot 8 under, Xander shot 7 under. You can score out here, and that's not a hot take around TPC Sawgrass. You're playing from the fairway. You're going to have wedges. You're going to have scoring clubs in your hands. So I wouldn't say I'd count out that chasing pack, but these 3 guys at the top are no losers. I mean, you can call Xander Schauffele what you want to call him, but he's still an all-world golfer. Wyndham Clark, U.S. Open champion. Brian Harmon, Open champion, right behind him. So it's not like we have slouches in these final 2 groups. So let's get into it. Xander Schauffele, 17 under, and he's just lapping the field everywhere. He is ranked. He's gaining strokes across the board. Top 20 off the tee, top 10 on approach, number 9 around the green, and number 5 in putting. You're putting that profile together when you're hitting the ball well off the tee, hitting the ball well. Like, it's not rocket science. He's playing really good from tee to green and has the putter to go along with it. So if Xander just keeps playing steady, I love how he's taking 3 woods off the tee, not trying to force anything with the driver because Rory said it earlier in the round. You can't force shit around here. You can. All right, Brian wants to join. I'm going to invite Brian to this pod so we could talk. Invite, copy. All right, Brian, come join us. Yeah, you cannot force it around here. You have to play out of the fairways. You can't take drivers and try to just do everything. Like Wyndham was taking drivers and got himself into trouble. I want to talk about what he did on 17, though. So Wyndham took that sand wedge from 130 yards, 123 yards, and the announcer said, "Why is Wyndham using no tee? You shouldn't be using no tee." He doesn't watch golf, clearly, because Wyndham has been playing without a tee on par 3s for years. It's not like, why would he just one time, okay, yeah, I'm going to use a tee right now. Stupid, but it is what it is. Wyndham finds himself runner-up. Here we go. Brian, you're here. Thank you for joining me. Let's talk.
Scotty's going to shoot -7 and win by 1 tomorrow. And I'm going to lose having first, second, and third going into the final round.
Yeah, I did. Hale, can you grab my headphones, please? I'm sorry. Yeah, I saw your card. You have 3 guys within the top 3. One of the best constructed cards in golf Twitter history, some are saying. So how are you feeling right now? Are you like, this is like, I can't lose, or you think Scotty's gonna do it?
So the funny thing is, and I know we talked about it, is that obviously I take golf betting very seriously. I do it every single week, bet the same amount, blah blah blah. And last week I found out that I owed like $7,000 in taxes because I didn't get taxed on bonuses that I got this year, and then like fucking Stagner blew it, and I'm like, yo, like even though it's the players. Like, I'm just going to bet a little bit less. Like, I can't be betting all this money every single week on golf outrights. Like, I'm trying to, like, do the right thing. And it genuinely was, like, a good move.
Yeah, I mean, well, is it a good move? I don't know. Keep talking.
And then this week, I literally could not be in a better position going into Sunday. Like, the week after, I'm like,
Right.
okay, like, let me lower my exposure. And obviously I'm happy. So Scotty or Fitz can still win, so it's not over. But
No.
it's just upsetting, like, and people are like, shut up. But like when you lose so much money doing this shit every week and like you win it back by hitting a winner, like that's what you're betting every week for, to hit a winner. So to most likely possibly hit a winner tomorrow and it for to be like $1,000 less, it's just like a bit upsetting, you know?
It's like a gut punch in the best possible way, you probably say.
Yeah,
But
no, like I'll take it. But
what
yeah,
are
I mean,
your
I'm down
thoughts
to talk.
on this? on this third round. Like Wyndham got off to a good start. Xander got off to about as Xander start as possible, but bucked up quick. Like you laughed. I know you did. And I knew I was like, there is no way he's making this 6-footer on number one. Like
Did Wyndham
as
make
soon as
first?
Wyndham made first.
Okay, yeah. Okay. Like obviously. No, I golf. So I finished up 18 as one happened. I watched like 6 through the end. But like Wyndham like made some incredible birdie and Xander missed a 6-footer. And it's like, okay, like this is Xander Schauffele. Like this is exactly what he does. Like I'm not surprised by any chance. But No Laying Up tweeted it. He shot what, 7 under today? And he gained 0.14 strokes ball striking.
Yeah, that's not a great sign. That's really not a great sign.
No.
He was scrambling his nuts off, but he's hit the ball so well, but I think
Yeah.
that ball striking stat has to go with he hit 2 drivers all day. So he was
Yeah.
playing from behind no matter what. So if he's a little bit off with the 3-wood, he's going to lose a ton of strokes because everyone's taking drivers. He's taking 3, like he had a hybrid on 18 and still put it into the
Yeah.
nuked it and still put it into the pine straw.
And
So
it's weird because he didn't hit any like bad iron shots.
no, he had no bad. He didn't no bad iron
So
shots. I think that
I'm
really comes
curious
with
how it's low, and he didn't like rinse one or anything. Like I thought he hit the
no.
ball pretty well today.
Yeah, I agree. He was 40th off the tee today and 39th on approach, which isn't like horrible, but
Yeah.
like I want him to stick with that strategy of taking less than driver off the tee because I trust his long mid iron game to just play out of fairways. But if you had to pick one of the 3, who do you want? Because we can ask you that question.
I definitely not Harmon. Like zero. Like
Really?
Harmon.
Because no fit.
I hope Harmon like shoots over par tomorrow. Like fuck Harmon. Honestly,
Wow.
you, Andy, and RK have Xander, so I'll go Xander.
Okay, yeah, that would be sick for the boys. So yeah,
And like, but
it just makes sense. I feel like it makes sense.
how do you feel about Xander?
Strong. I do. I truthfully feel strong.
Really?
Like after he missed that putt on 1, I was like, what the fuck? And then immediately bounced back with like, yeah, literally. Like on number 2, he had like a putt of the same distance and it like looked so comfortable. And then I think 3 or 4 made another solid one, like 11 or 12 foot, like a slider. And then he never looked like flapped. He was just like going along with his strategy, never took driver when he didn't need to. So like I said, preseason, I think this is going to be a big year for Xander. Just take that next step. And he looks the part right now, but it is only Saturday. We saw what he did last time he got the lead on Sunday at Genesis, immediately like went into a spiral. So he's going to sleep on this. I think he's had enough time. Like he might have gotten his bad round out Friday after he sat on the
and it wasn't even a bad round.
Right. He had one bad swing, cost him a double and still shot on the top.
And like this week proves, like I know you and our friend Adam were there all week. Like this week proves that just like, yo, like Xander has no holes in his game. Like he legitimately is good at everything. And like when you look at kind of like, you know, I'm not Vic lapping anything, and like I know we're not Vic lapping anything, but like I think that's kind of why we both landed on Xander. It just like you look at the guys who's won here, it's like, yo, like you kind of have to have a complete game. It's like, all right, like JT can't really putt, like Cantley's kind of been out of whack, like Hovland can't chip, like Xander was just kind of like, all right, I mean, like there's no reason why he shouldn't play well here. It's just Xander.
It's just Xander, and it's just himself. And like that's what we noticed when we were out there. We are like, yeah, this doesn't really favor anyone. This doesn't really favor any specific skill set. Just do everything good to great, like above average, and then go from there. Because you're really long off the tee. That doesn't really get you any benefits. You got to play out of the fairways, but it doesn't really matter where you're playing from the fairway. So that's Xander, like we said. So we both got him at whatever number we got him at. But want to talk about a few more guys on the leaderboard before we get out of here. Like Sahith had a great round. I don't know how you felt about Sahith going into the week, but I bet Spieth, and I was like, if I'm going to bet Spieth, why am I not going to bet Sahith at 80-1? Sadly, didn't go with him, but I still don't. I mean, he's 12 under. He's not dead yet. But what are your thoughts on that 12 under group? I know you said Scotty can make some noise. What about Sahith? He's going to be playing free.
I mean, I think realistically, they got to shoot -6, and the leaders have to shoot -1 or -2.
Very in the cards. 100% in the cards.
I'm not gonna say it's not in the cards, but like that's a lot, dude. And like Scotty is 11-1. If he was anyone else, he'd be 25-30. Like Scotty six back is like at an insane price right now. Like insane price
Yeah.
just
Oh
because the
yeah.
books can't get beat. But if you
Right.
think about it, if you honestly think about it, he was 5.5-1 to start the week.
That's insane. Truthfully,
And he's double that. And
he is like got
he
virtually no chance.
I don't think he has virtually no chance. Like, I'm like obviously like being dramatic, but like it could happen.
No, I mean the cutoff is definitely 12. I mean even the guys past 12 have no chance. But I think just realistically, like numbers
It's
wise,
Scott. I think it's three guys and Scotty.
yeah, yeah. Well, yeah. What about the Fitz group? I mean, Fitz played so bad today, but he kind of figured it out down the
Yeah.
stretch. Like he looked. Maverick played really good. I mean, no. He chipped and put out of his
What
mind. I
is
want
he
to read it.
winning?
He is first around the green. He was first around the green today. He lost 2 strokes ball striking, and he just chipped his ass off and shot 68.
What is Mav winning this year?
Oh, maybe Detroit. Maybe Detroit.
No,
See,
no, it needs to be soon, bro.
you
You
think
got to get Mav while he's hot.
Houston? Then fuck 2-man card.
No.
Houston and Willie.
Can we talk about Wendy?
Yeah, we got to talk about Wendy. We got to talk about Wendy.
I mean, look,
Yeah. So
this is like a golf betting show. Dude, I think
First-
he's at a good number going into
What-
tomorrow.
2.5 to 1.
He's like 280.
280. Yeah. Okay. Same thing. Yeah. And
Like-
look, I don't love how he's how he's like leading the field in putting though. Like I'm just out on that.
Xander fucking made a fucking 60-footer today. What are you talking about?
Sure did. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, you're probably right with Wyndham. It's gonna be. It's gonna. Do you think this round's gonna be better than Bay
why
Hill?
are the books like saying Xander is way more likely to win? I know he has a one-shot lead than Wyndham.
The books
that
don't
doesn't
love.
make sense.
The books hate Wyndham every single week, and Wyndham was like 14 to 1 when he was 1 back on Friday. When like Scotty was like 3 to 1, and Xander was like 5 to 1.
I'm
Wyndham
really
was
upset
for
I
no
didn't
reason
bet
14 to
that.
1. I mean, it
Yeah.
is what it is, but like I'm
He
gonna
was like
talk
11,
real
I
quick.
think.
I'm gonna talk real quick about guys who I think can like make a charge and like finish top 10. I just want to see where's Ludwig right now. Ludwig is T12, so his top 5 number is 9 to. Ludwig's top 5 number is 9 to 1. There's guys like Taylor Montgomery, Nate Lashley, Maverick McNeely above him, and he's third in the field in ball striking. So you want some action on Ludwig playing
Yeah,
freely.
I like Ludwig. I think this week solidifies you play Ludwig on short courses.
Yeah, 100%. Let's
Like,
talk about this question. And answer this question.
I mean,
Yes.
he didn't win Pebble,
Didn't win Pebble.
but if you win a major, you're elite. So he's elite
Yes, and
currently.
the thing that sets Wyndham apart is he has blatant and clear guts and dog. Like
Yeah.
Wyndham will go get it. I mean, that tee shot on 17 might have something to say, but we have never really seen Wyndham until this run show no guts when he's in the mix. You know what I'm saying?
Dude,
that was the first.
I'm at the Ryder Cup. Shout out the Ryder Cup.
Okay, Ryder Cup. Yeah.
Danny Rapp tweeted, never seen Wyndham Clark fold under pressure like this, like in the past 9 months. I wouldn't comment just because I just wouldn't. People are like, did you watch the Ryder Cup? Like what? Like
what about that, Danny Rapp?
But like, it just feels like a lot. Like it just feels like, is Clark really gonna win Pebble in the U.S. Open and Wells in 9 months? Like it doesn't really feel like his time. It feels like Xander's time. But that doesn't really mean anything.
It might. I know what you're saying, and I do agree with you. But like that's what I was thinking pre-tournament. Like it just feels like Xander Schauffele, Players Champion. Like that's gonna happen in his career. I feel like at least that was part of the reason I went to him at 20 because like there was no one the top of the board. Everyone sucked. Like besides Scotty,
Yeah.
Rory. We got to talk about Rory too. Remember when Rory was 7 under? Leading the
People
tournament?
are like somehow like Vic lapping Rory leading the field in birdies. It's a negative, right? Do you think it's more of a negative or a positive?
I think it's more of a negative because he's just fucking making so many mistakes. He made like 3 doubles and rinsed like 4 balls this week. Like, you
No,
can't just
he's
do
gonna
that.
set the Players Championship birdie record and not have a chance to win.
Okay, Sungjae, like, sick. Like,
Like
word. Who the fuck
that,
cares?
it just proves to me that, like, I mean, I guess you could say his game's close, but it just proves to me that he's too much of a mental head case and he's too many holes in his game right now.
Yeah, I agree with that, truthfully, because going into the week, the fucking approach play was insane, and now he's top 10 on the field on approach. Like, he's gaining 4+ strokes, and the driver's wonky. So I guess that's a good thing. Like, he's trying to plug that. He talked about how he found something on the range Monday, and he talked about how him missing or finishing poorly at API forced him to practice on Monday because he wouldn't have practiced if that wasn't the case. And I mean, maybe going forward, I know that the more important weeks are in the future for Rory. So I don't know what to make of him right now. I think in the future, you know how I am with Rory. I'm down. Like, I'm down for Rory. So I think this is an overall good thing because he showed a lot of
Couple
great
swings here and
signs.
there, he's right in this thing.
Right the fuck in this. So yeah, I don't really have anyone else to give takes on. I'll give out one more bet that I think you could sprinkle. It's a funny one. I think you'll like it. Someone who is second in the field in ball striking goes by the name of Mark Hubbard, losing 6.5 strokes putting.
No
Top 20,
way.
top 20 is 35-1, and he's obviously not
What is
near the
he
top 20
at?
right. He's T51, but 35-1 for a guy who has like nuclear in him. Like, he's the guy who could shoot 29 like easily. So yeah, Mark Hubbard, 35-1, top 20.
I mean,
Down.
I feel like I'll Vic lap that on my hole in one card betting him if he came like if he's leading the field. Is he really leading the field in ball
Second.
striking?
Second.
Who's first? CT Pan?
Yes. Yes. So
CT Hubbard Valspar. Man.
he's just
Hubbard
crazy.
Valspar, man.
Yeah.
No, honestly, like, and I shout out Adam. I tweeted, shout out RK. RK, I already shouted you out. I said I want Xander because you, Jers, and Andy have him. So shout out RK. He's riding Xander. He texted me before. He's like, I'm gonna fucking nuke Wyndham tomorrow. I'm like, dude, you
RK
can't.
is?
RK.
He should because he's got a lot riding on it.
But no, this is no disrespect to Adam, but I said earlier in the week, Adam, are you betting Wyndham? Because if you are, I can't bet him. But if you aren't, I'm 100% in.
I don't remember
Why
that.
didn't Adam bet Wyndham?
I convinced him not to. I'm gonna tell you why.
Cheers.
I also convinced Adam not to bet Corey Connors, but not that that matters. Yeah, I just didn't see that. I'll Vic lap when I'm wrong. I did not think this was a Wyndham Clark course. Like, last week at API, although he had bad course history, it made a ton of sense. Like, wider fairways, just bombs away with the driver. This place is so you need to be in the fairway, and not that Wyndham Clark's a bad driver, but I feel like he has that right miss, and it almost bit him. He was so close to being in the rough so many times today. Like, he was in the fairway by this much. I just don't trust that under pressure, and like, it could
Yeah,
still pan out. He's so talented, obviously, and like,
yeah.
it has guts, but not that
No, the
saying
funniest
I'm
thing
right,
is
but.
that if Wyndham Clark was 35-1, 30-1, I never in a million years I wouldn't have bet him. I was
Right,
considering
he
it
was
at
60 to
40.
1, right?
Yeah, I was probably gonna bet him at 40. And then he was
What'd you
60.
get
I'm
him at?
like, it's a no-brainer. I bet him
No,
at 60.
you're right. And like
But
the thing
like,
is,
if he was 25-30, which where he should have been priced, I wouldn't have bet him.
no, you're so right. And I will actually say that I'm wrong about that because when Adam was like, yeah, why wouldn't I bet Wyndham? He's a fucking winner. And I told him no because for what I just said. But then also we said how we were going to make a card of getting as many good numbers as we can because the field because the course didn't set up for anyone great on the field, meaning that should have fit Wyndham perfectly.
Yeah.
Great number.
Yeah, and
So
also like he
yeah,
gained like 3.4 strokes off the tee here last year.
that's
So like I like that because I was like, yo, like he can, he can hit this place fits him off the tee, whatever, with his 3-wood and irons and shit. And he could, he's a great putter and a good, approach player. But I think Xander financially would be best. Um, but I don't know if I trust him.
I think we'll know early. We'll know early if we're in for a dogfight, if we're in for a blow up. So I don't know. We got. I think we start an hour early tomorrow, so I'm gonna be excited. I'm gonna be tuned in. I think we'll know early, and it's gonna be a fun round.
So my cousin, he has a kid who's like 4 or 5, and it's like his birthday, and they want me to go. Am I a dick for not going?
There's no chance you can watch the golf.
I mean, I can like watch it on my phone or like
It
maybe have
won't
it
be on
on
a TV.
Probably not. He would probably put it on for me, honestly.
I think you should go for at least the front 9 at least, and if it heats up,
No, I
like
don't
I
know how
said,
the
you'll know
timing
early.
works. I don't know how the
Well,
timing works.
that's a big dilemma. I think you're gonna have to update the Twitter timeline on what you end up doing.
Yeah, but it's crazy. Well, I'll leave it with the birdie on the 12 from Wyndham was insane. Like an insane birdie.
12.
Where he drove it into the rough, hit it into the rough, and then that was an insane birdie. And then the par, he put it in the water, chipped it up. That was an insane par. And then
No,
on
that was 12.
17,
That was 12. That was 12.
yeah,
The par.
11.
I got you.
11,
Okay.
yeah. And then 17, that was an insane bogey. Like the percentage of guys that make bogey after hitting in the water are so low.
Yeah, and that just shows dog. Truthfully, dog, which is scary because he's gonna get behind. He's gonna have bad swings, and if he does that, watch out, Xander.
Like I know he got it up and down with the sand wedge after, but I was like, sand wedge 123. Like I know these guys hit it far, but like that's kind of asking a lot.
Off no tee, like come on.
Yeah. But I will say, played golf today. The 60 degree was dialed, like throwing darts.
What'd you
80
shoot?
to 90 yards, full 60. Like I shot 91.
That's playing golf.
Like off the tee, some good iron swings, a lot of left ones, but we'll Vic lap. But the new 60, moneymaker.
Where did you play?
Bethpage.
Okay, what color?
Green.
Nice. Well, I'm glad you played well. We'll play soon.
Yeah, no, for sure. For sure.
All right, well, any closing thoughts?
Whatever. I like Mav round matchup fading Mav. Mav over par tomorrow. Underdog.
I am down. He's probably going to be paired.
Underdog.
Who is Maverick going to be paired with tomorrow? This is big, actually.
Or Harmon. Fitz or Harmon.
Fitz. Okay, so he'll have a matchup with one of those.
No, right, probably have a matchup with like one of the lesser guys. Who's
like Lashley or something?
Yeah, probably.
That would suck because whatever. All right, well.
Him over bogeys on underdog.
I'm down. Let's do it. I'll actually put that in the TikTok tomorrow, so let's go.
Let's go. Let's ride.
Sweet. All right, well, that wraps it up. Mark Hubbard, 35-1. Ludwig Aberg, top 5, 9-1. Xander, get it done. Catch you guys Monday. Peace out.